interesting. So my name is Eric. I'm a collaboration consultant for Cisco. Most people know me as a Conan O'Brien doppelganger, so you guys can sort of remember us and Cisco and synonymous with Conan. So, okay, had to lighten up a little bit. So versus, rather than Cisco going through and presenting what most people know us as in the healthcare industry, telehealth, telepsych, telemedicine, telex, I thought I would bring something a little bit different here that would not only apply to the hackathon itself, but to the hospital and the back end post-hackathon. So I want to reimagine collaboration with Boston Children's Hospital. Here's the title of the slide. If you'd be so kind, follow me on Twitter. I do follow back. Pretty cool stuff. So a couple of high-level points here. I'll try to stick to the 5-minute mark here. I think the way, and we all know the way we work has obviously changed. So back in the day, people are pretty siloed. You had fixed long-term projects. You work mostly with employees in the four walls that you work, and that's sort of how businesses were done back then. And then people decided to integrate and collaborate outside of those walls. And today, as you can see it, with the millennial generation coming in and the technologies available to us, things are changing at a very rapid pace. So as we all know, things have changed pretty quickly. Today, I would say that, unfortunately, even though the technology is available to do better, most organizations still go by this one-size-fits-all approach. For me as a millennial, for my coworkers, for doctors, for nurses, for lawyers, that's not really the way that things work anymore. So Cisco has a little bit better of a tool or process for that. So as you're looking down here, before I go on, you're looking down here, all the applications. If you look at your iPhone and all the apps up here, how many different variables and how many different apps are you touching in a day to communicate with people either internal to Boston Children's Hospital or back at your company or at home? I bet you can't count them on both hands. It's pretty amazing the amount of technology we have available, but not one thing does them all for various reasons. Employees today work in silos, as I've said, and we just want to get things done. What tools are available to us and we can just grab, collaborate, and just make work for us? So what I want to introduce for the Hacking Pediatrics 2.0 is something that we call Cisco Spark. So first and foremost, much like Box, if you guys go to the App Store or Android or on your Mac, download Cisco Spark, look for it. This is the simplest and fastest way to collaborate. So first and foremost, for the hackathon itself, what I want to do is have the ability for every person in this room to download Cisco Spark and utilize this application for each team. So rather than reading the slides so that you can see, this is a freemium model, so it's a free model to use, unlimited virtual teams, the ability to post secure and persistent messages and file sharing in a single portal, do face-to-face meetings and video and screen sharing, and then have the security that we all need in the cloud-based application. So again, download the app and have one single portal to integrate with your entire team from any iOS, Android, Mac, or PC. So that's the actual app itself. Furthermore, because we know that doing business applications, whether it be for the hack or for doctors and nurses collaborating in the actual hospital, it has to be on an application that will not only be secure, but has rapid iteration. So iteration being a fancy word for essentially applications and updates at a fast pace. So you guys have Skype on your phones, you have Dropbox or Box or Link or whatever it may be. That app itself is updated daily. You always see on your updates on your iPhone, hey, you have a couple of updates, you download them without thinking twice about it, and you get a new feature embedded into Instagram or Vine or whatever it may be. Why can't we have that technology in the business space? So first and foremost, for Cisco's Spark, the iteration is daily. User feedback from you, it gets pulled to the top by thumbs up, much like a Reddit or a Dig, and that feature becomes available the next day or the following day. So rapid iteration of the actual technology. Security, the most trusted security in the industry from the Cisco Collaboration Cloud. So if you choose to use this outside of the hackathon and you as a doctor want to talk to a doctor at a different hospital and use this as your cloud conferencing or cloud collaboration app, it's peer-to-peer security that you've come to know from Cisco. Fusion. We don't want to lock you into our own ecosystem. So the best integration today is with Box. So Box is actually powering the entire backend for all the storage. So all the great things you know about Box are in the Cisco Spark app already. So if you upload a PowerPoint or a Word document, it's being stored up to 25 gigs for free in the Spark room itself. So think of this as the portal to the Box app itself. And then the ecosystem. We know you work with other partners and vendors that may want to write apps or code to this. So the ecosystem is not closed. It's about as open source as it can get. So before I move on, just to be very clear, Cisco Spark is an app you can download, collaborate now with anybody for free, up to unlimited people in the rooms. You can do 3-party video conferencing out of the box. You get 25 gig free storage, and it's 100% persistent. If you start a hack team that's covering child's dietary needs, and you can name it dietary needs, invite anybody you want to that from in that room or outside, and then collaborate, that will still be there a year from now. So persistent chat within rooms. So last slide, I think I'm getting the sort of the hook here. So Webex and Cisco Spark. If you haven't heard of Webex, if you don't know what Webex is, who's heard of Webex before in this room? Cisco Webex. Whoa, that did not fail. I was really concerned there'd be no hands up. That went really well. So that's awesome. A lot of people know about Cisco Spark or Webex. So once you finish your world-class leading web conferencing in the cloud, that's when the meeting ends. It should continue to go on. So now in the new features of Webex, when the meeting ends, it asks you if you want to keep the ball rolling. You hit yes. It goes in and pulls every bit of the content that was shared. It transcribes the entire conference. It gives you the recording of the conference. And any content shared is now pulled into a Spark group where you can keep that conversation going. Phenomenal application to have and fully integrated into Webex. Second to last slide, truthfully now, again, a very wide open and large ecosystem. So anything you want to do from an API perspective, Cisco went out and said, you know what, we want to buy a company. We bought Tropo, who is the best API integrator in the world, in our opinion, and we offer free coding accounts. So if you as a hospital or you as coders want to go in, create a free account in Spark, and start developing your own APIs, have at it. It's completely open. The open ecosystem is second to none. So my question to the group is can Cisco Spark power the 2015 Pediatrics event? It's totally up to you. I do hope you guys use it. I'll be on the hack team, whichever one we get invited to, hopefully, and it should change the way we collaborate and work with each other. Last but not least, really quick, this is the best part about this. So what is the a use case? So has anybody here heard of the startup bus? Anybody at all? What, really? All right. Yeah, one person. So the startup bus, this is really cool. 5 buses, 120 people. They go from New York to LA. They have 72 hours to come up with the best possible product and pitch that for money at the end of the trip. Cisco Spark powered this thing from the beginning. The only thing we gave them was an iPad with Cisco Spark on it. At the end of the 72-hour trip, there were 250 virtual rooms created in Spark. 10,000 messages, you guys can read it. Spark became the collaboration engine for that. And guess what? When they left the bus and they went home, that Spark room was still there, and they still collaborated, and they got to see all the notes that got them to where they were today. So a pretty cool application. Again, Cisco Spark, download it, check it out. Hope to use it at Hacking Pediatrics. And that is the end of my slide. Cool Cisco Cloud. Thank you.